know, we went off to Surrey University, and it might be different to what you expect at universities. These are very new buildings. We had rooms all to ourselves and en suite, so quite different maybe to what you were thinking of when you had a university accommodation. But yeah, it was very good, and we had different challenges. First sort of challenge that we did was ensuring that we could all eat properly, and that the pizzas that we cooked were better than the ones we had at the youth hostel from last week.
My first challenge, we get set challenges and we have to challenge ourselves, and my first challenge was trying to make a pizza. Now, that sounds like a fairly easy task, but we had these ready-made pizza bases, we had to put tomato puree on them, different types of cheeses that suited different types of people, and we were waiting to put them in the oven, and there was only 2 at a time, so people were getting hungry, waiting for their food, so it was pretty challenging, but we did pull through, and everyone managed to eat. No one was too hungry, so that was good.
And so what else we did in our challenge was we went out and we had different community visits. We went to see a lot of people went to care homes, a lot of people went to work with different charities, and we all came together and we helped develop the community and we visited other people. We all did challenges. We all had to challenge ourselves, put ourselves in situations which we wouldn't normally be in, and it was very good for everyone. So yeah, round of applause for all people.
3 days with our service users, and we had a great time. Everyone went to a different service user with different people in them, and we had different topics. So my group was the drama group, we had a photography group, enterprise, so music, and the other one, sport. Now, sounds very old. And we had to use the stories that we heard from the service users to influence our showcase, which we're going to show you in a minute.
Yeah, so that's exactly what it is. So over the sort of the showcase today, each team will come up, they'll present their showcase, what they did over the week, and then just let you know what they did in case they don't tell you later. So without further ado, can I introduce my team, Team 1, and put your hands together.
Warriors on fire!
Warriors on fire!
Our teamwork is terrifying!
Our teamwork is terrifying!
W-A-R-R-D!
Forward! 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 Forward!
Good evening, everyone. We're Team Wolves, and this week we've been learning enterprise. I'm Hope. I'm Cass.
I'm Toby.
I'm Sandra. I'm Sophia.
I'm Joe.
I'm Emily.
I'm Ronnie.
I'm Georgia. I'm Valerie. So, on day 1 of enterprise, we talked about a fundamental concept called the golden circle, which essentially is what differentiates the most successful businesses in your average company. So, there are 3 circles: what, how, and why. Most businesses work from the outside in, but companies like Apple start in and work their way out into their success. The golden circle concept is simple but effective, something we try to incorporate in our social enterprise, which Emily will now talk us through.
A social enterprise is an organisation that puts the social impact in front of the profit. For example, the big issue. This is to provide the opportunity for people to work their way up from business. In our group, we made one called Big Cleanup, which was to help underprivileged children to help them recycle litter to make it into art, which was to help to create a cleaner community and help them to earn money when they sell the art. The slogan that we made for it is scrap that crap, make it art.
We also learned about mission statements. A mission statement is a list of the company's aims and what it hopes to achieve. We created our own social enterprise with our own mission statement. Okay, so another idea that we had was, which we thought would benefit the community the most, we thought of the big cleanup. Now, I'm sure all of you have also experienced this, but you know when you go out of your house and you see litter on the floor, and we thought, why not take a stand? And basically this idea is really simple. We wanted everyone to join in and help pick up some litter, and then to earn some money from that, we just collect it all, sell it off to a local recycling centre, and then we invest that money and put it into creating a community garden. So it'll be a token of everyone's hard work, and it will also be fully
back into our community. Our mission statements were making the community cleaner for all, improving the local environment for future generations, and making it cleaner not only for you but also for others. We also learned about branding and marketing and how companies go to their consumers. And at Coca-Cola, we realised in the Golden Circle it's really emotive language which makes people buy the product. Instead of saying, our drinks taste amazing, buy them, they use the mission statement to refresh the world. And it doesn't sound like it would be like a drink, or it could be, but especially to inspire moments of optimism and happiness, to really grab the consumers and make them buy Coca-Cola.
Applying some of our acquired skills, Team Ward visited the Moor Place Care Home in Esher, and here we visited to plan all sorts of activities that could be put on for the residents at the care home. Although at first many of us were nervous, and particularly those going to meet some of the dementia patients or residents like myself, nerves were soon gone when we actually came to meet some of these patients, some of these residents who would reminisce often and tell us stories from their childhood, such as the war, which was very interesting for myself because I like history. So it was interesting to hear some of these personal memories from some of these residents who may not be able to recall more recent events, but still have vivid memories of the past. And despite it being a moving visit at some points, the visit was very helpful to us because we were able to plan and then put on some events for the residents the following day.
Following what Joe has said, we were split into two groups of 5, and one group was put on the upper floor to meet the dementia residents, and the other group included me when they called it the garden floor, which is the basement, to meet the people with non-dementia. And we got to meet amazing people there. We found out that one of them was 100, and she was Winnie, and she was no sort of help walking. She walked by herself, and she spoke perfectly, and I found that very inspirational. But we went around, spoke to them individually, got to know a bit about them, and we found out what activities they liked, so which will help us get ideas from them.
So on day 2, we created a series of activities for the residents living with dementia. We tried to gather as many residents as we could, but we only really got 3 of them. These activities included sing with them, and we created quizzes for them, which were based on general knowledge of the 1900s, and music, which was played in the 1900s, which was popular in their generation. For example, Hey Jude by the Beatles.
So, unknown to us, when we went and visited the people who were living without dementia, they had a session planned, and that was chair aerobics. Now, chair aerobics, for elderly people as you get older, is the way that they exercise, because they do it every week, and it's sort of their exercise, their sport for the week. So, everyone, we're going to do a session of chair aerobics now. So, we're going to start with our hands on our shoulders. So, everyone. And now we're going to touch our knees, and touch our shoulders, and touch our knees, and touch our shoulders, and touch our knees, and touch our shoulders. Now we're going to have 2 arms, and we're going to imagine we're reaching out for a huge chocolate bar out in front, so imagine it's there. And now we're going to pretend our arms are whisked, and we're going to whisk them round in huge circles. Now for us it's quite comedic to see everyone here whisking an imaginary cake, but for the elderly people it's the way they exercise, and it's the way that they get enjoyment through the week, and we have the opportunity to participate with them, and back to our knees and to our shoulders, throughout the week, and they enjoyed our company, and afterwards we had a chat with a few of them, so yeah. So thank you for listening.
to the audience now. I see so much diversity. I see people with glasses, people without glasses. I see people with blue eyes, people with brown eyes. And you know what? I want to get to know you. I want 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 to know if you have a brother called Jack or a son called David. I don't want to read the facts on the internet that says, oh, the French smoke a lot, or the Americans are dumb, or the Russians drink vodka for breakfast. No, I want to meet you guys, and I want to explore the facts together. I want to know your stories, the cultures you've visited, because I think diversity is great. I think each and every one of us is from a different hometown. It's about where have you been, where you're going to, what you've done. It's about the beginnings, the endings. That's what makes us different, not the facts that we hear on the media or on the internet. It's about meeting people, hearing the stories. And that forms you, that shapes you to who you are today, or who you're going to be like in 20 years from now. So yeah, diversity is awesome. And I think together, we bring ourselves to build different things. Together, bringing our diversity together will make us explore different options, take us to different worlds that we never knew about. I want to end on my favorite quote from one of my favorite movies. Close your eyes, but keep your mind wide open. Thank you.
You might have guessed, I don't know, we're Team Simpson, and we did photography, class skill, and as part of the last few days activities, we visited a care home for people with physical and mental disabilities, and Emma, Victoria, and that's us about our experience.
Okay, so basically, our initial thoughts about it were that we were a little bit nervous and we weren't really sure what to expect or what was really going to happen when we were there.
However, when we got there, we realised it was a very happy place where everyone was well cared for. Rooms cost between £600 and £800 per week. Physiotherapy costs £70 for half an hour.
But despite the price, it was really nice because each resident got to make their room unique and they got to design it. For example, Sarah, who's the woman there, she really liked the colour pink and she had pink walls and pink bedding, which was really nice. It was also really nice to see like the garden which we could go to, which was really beautiful, and it had lots of nice places to kind of sit, especially when we were it was quite nice to see the
It had many engaging activities there for the residents, such as chairs and quiz. We took part in a quiz with them and unfortunately we lost. They have trips as well. This week they went to Bolton.
Overall, it was a really nice experience, and we're all really glad that we were able to go and give it a
Our liaison in the home was Christy. She's a talented artist who helps out getting the residents involved in all kinds of creative stuff, taking us to competitions, that kind of thing. We just want to thank her for taking time out of her day to show us around, even pointing out what kind of residents are interested to talk to, getting conversations going. And also all the workers that took time out of their day.
So we went with the skilled photography, which was great because it acted like an icebreaker, and it meant we got to start conversations with all the service users, and it made it more personal for them and for us.
You had to check if they wanted to have photos taken, which made it more difficult than expected, but it helped with their advertisement.
And fingers crossed we've done them all justice with our photos.
Okay, so up in Elmwood was easily the most eccentric resident I met. We all came to meet her, she shook our hands and even a little kiss, which was kind of cheeky, but I went with it anyway. Within a few minutes of meeting her, she'd already invited me to accompany her to the pub, and honestly, in a different situation, situation, I may have accepted. When we asked her what she was watching on TV, she simply responded with shit. And I was startled by her sense of humour. She was such a positive person. In the interest of photography, because that's our skill, I asked her where her favourite place in the home was, and she immediately led me out to the garden, and underneath her favourite tree we had a little bit of a chat about what it was like living in the home, what kind of stuff she got up to. And honestly, when it came time to leave, I was sad to go, but I enjoyed spending so much time with her. Yeah, it was great.
Harriet was definitely one of the most excited people to meet I saw there. As soon as we got there, at the front door, she was right there talking to us, and she made us feel much more comfortable and at home at the home. She's definitely one of the most interesting people. She used to be an actor. She's been in many famous TV shows and films, such as Blackadder, where she pushed Brian Atkinson off the top of a castle. Unfortunately, we can't show you the clip today, but we assure you it was very funny. Well, she was so passionate about her career for acting that she would break up with her boyfriend at the time because he didn't agree with that career. So to pursue that career, she had to break up with him, which I think shows strength of character and determination. Also, among her other talents, is she would make her own jewellery and necklaces, and they all looked pretty groovy, not gonna lie. And it's great because it gives her something to do during the day, or maybe there's not so much going on. She's definitely a people person as well, and she makes it her goal to try and say thank you, hello and goodbye to everyone in their first language to make sure she's communicative and welcomes other people.
This is Carol, who's a talented artist, as you can see by her artwork here, which came second in a recent competition. She's been at the home for 6 years. Her favourite food is egg and chips, and like many of the residents at the home, her favourite place is the gardens.
This is Adam, who, as you might be able to see, is a Liverpool fan who believes that Liverpool, with a bit of help from Jurgen Klopp, can win the Premier League title, which is not possibly a view that I agree with, but you know, unfortunately he has to talk through an iPad, but we had some great chats, and he is a ex-window cleaner who owned a small business and had 3 window cleaning places in the front.
Mark was an avid Chelsea supporter, so we might have some arguments with Adam. But among his other passions was his music on his iPod, which he used to listen to his favourite genre of music, which is blues and jazz, which he loved to listen to in the privacy of his own room. Which is good because it means each of the residents at the home have their own safe space where they can go to and do their own thing. But most of all, he was most happy about his new grandson, who was born to his daughter in Wales. And it is really good to see how happy he was about having a new grandson.
David was an accountant, so was a keen mathematician. However, he also had a passion for photography and art. He's come third in a recent photography competition, and his favourite place in the home was the table and chairs in the garden, which he enjoyed sitting at, and his favourite food was fish and chips.
Right, this lovely chap here is Spencer. He was born in Sri Lanka, and he used to be a taxi driver. He's been at Wingham for about 2 years now, and he's a passionate Arsenal fan, so you know, yes, he's a very passionate Arsenal fan, and if anyone knows me, I'm a very passionate Arsenal fan too. His favourite players, Thierry Henry, favourite managers, Arsene Wenger, and for some reason he thinks Arsenal is back to France. I don't know what that's His favourite game to play is bowls, and other games he likes to play is cricket and football. He also likes egg and chips, and for dessert he likes curry. And when I informed him that curry is not dessert, he looked at me straight in the eyes and he said curry. And that was it. His favourite singer is Elvis Presley, and his favourite song ever is Jailhouse Rock by Elvis Presley.
In a minute, we'll show you some of our favourite pictures. Was it the sample of our favourite song?
lovely place. We took their sports day on, played some games, a lot of really good enjoyment. While through that, we played a few games of rounders of our wave, a lot of fun. So let's talk about the rounders. Part of Molly, Alex, Shania, and Isha.
Yesterday morning, we were asked by Andy over there to create a game for the rest of the wave.
We chose rounders because we thought it was fun and everyone could get involved and stuff on it.
Over the past 2 days, we learned how to organise and engage our audience. Now, we are going to demonstrate how hard it was to look after a group of 16-year-olds. Right, Toby, over there, clap for us.
You guys still hear me if Toby's clapping?
Right, can we have the first 4 rows clap as well, please?
But be loud, can you still hear me if Toby's clapping?
Right, can we have the rest of the room clapping, please? You see how hard it is to actually hear. That's how hard it was to have our voices heard.
These skills have activities throughout the day, including the sack race and the obstacle course at the Grange Sports Day.
For the rounders tournament we did with our wave, we decided we would set up all our rounders before everyone came onto the pitches, so we have well organised. We split it into 2 teams, which were 5 and 5, and we would have a group of people who would make sure everyone was following the rules. We had timekeepers to make sure all the innings were 5 minutes so it was fair for everyone. And we also had people that were counting the scores to make it a bit more competition.
We also took full responsibility over the rounders game, so our senior mentor and practitioner over there didn't have to lift a finger.
Our final skill was adapting to the participants. So for the rounders, we had to try and keep them involved and in the right place at the right time. Whereas when we were at the game, at the Grange, it was all about maintaining their attention and guiding them through the course. So over to John.
Now we're back to our next team. It's all about the Grange and our sports day and how much fun we had. Over to Jacob, Rosie, and
Over 2 days at the Grange, we helped organise the sports day. The Grange is an organisation which supports people with disabilities reaching their full potential by living independently.
On Wednesday morning, we practiced a variety of sports that would be suitable for a range of abilities.
After practicing the activities, we went to the Grange and ran a sports day for the residents.
The events we ran included an obstacle course, target challenges, relay races and rounders.
On the first day of testing activities, our rounders game went something like this.
Wrong way.
So now we have to adapt these on the second day, the whole sports day, where we included everyone.
To make it run smoothly, we made some changes such as using a big bat and a big ball, which meant it was easier for less able people to hit the ball. We also made the rounders circuit a lot shorter because they were less physically able.
One of the other key changes was giving the runners companions so that they found their way easier on the bases.
As a competitive group, we wanted to keep score and have winners. After meeting the service users, it wasn't as important, so we were less competitive and we didn't score matches.
Over the 2 days, we realised we were more similar to the service users as before, they just had a different way of being to us. Our main priority to them was to make them feel involved and to make them have fun and enjoy the day.
overall, we showed the stages of NCS, which is responsibility, understanding, and empathy. And we all had a really good time. But even though it was fun, it was really tiring.
Loud and clear, go.
I'm Kirill.
I'm Luke. I'm Yahya. John.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Molly.
I'm Max.
I'm Nick.
Carolyn.
I'm Bashir.
Bye.
I'm Rick.
Very good. Give them a round of applause. Face them, and you need to slightly face each other. Okay, so we're going to do a riff off.
don't know how this works, I'm going to give each team the same subject, and they've got to think of, let's say, 2 songs that are related to the subject. It doesn't have to include the subject in the name of the song, but the song has to be about the subject. So, for example, I might say fire or rain, and they might say set fire to the rain. And then they have to sing the song between the teams.
But we want to see dancing. We don't just want to see you standing there with your hands like this. We want to see air guitar. We want to see crazy spin. See it all. So, you guys, step back a bit. We're getting a bit close. Let's go. Right, so, what we need
I think that the subject for today should be challenge. We all challenge ourselves.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, right, you're first. Right, so you guys can join in halfway through to make it more dramatic. Are we ready? 1 song, 3, 2, 1, go!
Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no river wide enough, ain't no sun enough to get to you, babe. Woo!
3, 2, 1, go!
I will walk 500 miles, I will walk 500 watches, be the man that walks 100 miles to heaven at your door.
Do you think that the NCS-ians you think NCS is the best? Give a big cheer! Now, you think the fabulous friends and family were the best? Give a big cheer!
I reckon, and it was the friends and family, of course.
Yeah! Give me an R!
Please.
Hello.
We love you, Reese! We do! We love you, Reese! We do! We love you, Reese! We do! Oh, Reese, we love you! Oh, oh, oh!
Right, so we're just going to introduce our names and then we'll tell you about our visits. So I'm Ella. Izzy.
Lauren. Sophia.
Laura. Kay.
Yes.
I said your name! Katie. So, on Wednesday and Thursday, we visited a lovely place called Appleby House. And it's situated in Exeter.
Oh, my God.
It's a care home for dementia patients, and we didn't really know what to expect when we were going in there. Most of us didn't really have much experience with people who suffer from dementia, and it was really eye-opening and moving when we went there. One story that really, really touched us as a group was the story of a husband and wife. We went there and we were speaking to the husband. He's fully functioning, he can speak, but the wife, she was really, really struggling with her communication, and that was a big thing for us. So we were speaking to the husband, and he was telling us that just last week they celebrated their 55th wedding anniversary, which we thought was just astounding. It was incredible. And the wife was sitting there, and it was really incredible to watch him just holding her hand and holding on to all the memories that they had. He said he visited every day, which we also thought was lovely. He just said she had company. And we also sang to our residents, which we thought was great, because they really enjoyed bringing back the past and songs such as like Elvis Presley and things like that. So we're just going to do our showcase for you now in the drama group. So we've got a little piece of her.
Our lives were so full of life. We had not a care in the world, and we lived without strife. As days go by, we slowly realize how time flies. And maybe, just maybe, it was because I stared into your eyes. They glisten and twinkle, just like the night sky. And now, as we sit here, side by side, staring off into the sunset, we kiss our precious few goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, all evacuees due to depart on the 10:30 train to Devon, please come forward when I call your name. Fred Barrett. Laura Codd. Laura?
Why do we have to go?
It's no longer safe, man.
I don't want to go. Where would we stay?
Going to Devon with a lovely family.
Girls, it's going to be okay. Hold hands. I don't like her.
You're going to need each other. Now remember to brush your teeth every day, okay? Ava O'Rourke and Sophia O'Rourke.
Hello, Mary. How are you today?
Morning. Is there something I can get for you?
I don't think she can understand me.
Is there something wrong with her?
How's the weather today?
Have you had any visitors?
I don't know what to do. I want to talk to her, but how can I if she won't respond?
I don't think Mary can hear them. In the area, there are arguments between the plane engineers about which plane is better. Peter and Graham are arguing again.
This hurricane plane has destroyed more planes than your silly Spitfire has, in the name of defense, 10 times over.
You seen the Spitfire's engine lately? I think so powerful it could run rings around any hurricane.
Yeah, but this plane is bigger. And you know what they say. Size matters.
Attention! You guys are supposed to be working. Are you working?
No, ma'am.
Exactly. Get on with it. Chop, chop!
Yes, ma'am. Is she gone?
She's gone. Where were we?
Wise men say only fools rush in, for I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin? For I can't help falling in love with you.
Jermaine Jackman, who took part in NCS and won the Voice in 2014. Therefore, our skill is music. Our team mascot, Hugh Jackman, which we found only has one arm and one leg, but we never let him out of our side. As our team mainly lost all the challenges this week, our team motto became, we tried.
The particular music skill we learned was samba drumming. It was challenging at first, but after a while, we ended up enjoying ourselves.
We then took this new skill to Sherwood House, a home for the elderly with Alzheimer's and dementia. We performed and got to know these elderly service users as our social action.
We learned and performed some songs for them, as we enjoyed it very much. Even so, one of the ladies was waving her phone around in the air.
Another woman, Margaret, said she was so thankful of our visit that it made her month. She said, she told us stories about the war and how when she was younger she lived in Scotland with her husband. We truly found these people inspirational.
Living in university accommodation allowed us with the independence and responsibility of living by ourselves and cooking our own meals.
This meant that we learnt new skills, except from this one, which wasn't great. On Tuesday